It is not easy to find a good season that can match your standards for entertainment. And it becomes harder with the steady release of seasons from streaming services.
Is this true?
Now, for an average person, it is hard to select any season from new arrivals. But if you are watching this video right now, then you don't have to worry about anything at all.
Burn the whole world.
Because Cine Wizard will solve your problem by analyzing every season and movie which have been recently released. That's why today we will analyze a new season, Shadow and Bone, which is released on Netflix. We will examine every aspect of this season and give our final verdict about it. So welcome to Cine Wizard and let's start our analysis.
I'm going to break the wheel.
With the release of fantasy series like The Witcher and The Umbrella Academy, Netflix has backed up many projects so far for its audience. And we can't say that they should not be doing this because after the end of Game of Thrones season, the landscape of fantasy thrillers has forever changed. Now, apart from Netflix, other streaming services like Amazon are focusing on such projects because of the potential fan base of this genre.
What did you do?
Shadow and Bone, which was premiered on April 23, 2021, is a part of this strategy. Based on famous best-selling epic fantasy novel duology Shadow of Bone 2012 and Six of Crows 2015.
The whole design of this whole series is so good. I don't know, I just love everybody.
These novels were written by Israeli-American young author Lee Berdugo, who created this fantasy fiction Grisha-verse universe.
I think I'll be alright on my own.
Will you run from me, half-breed?
Stay away from him.
At the start of 2019, Netflix announced that production would start, which will be comprised of 8 episodes, and Lee would be an executive producer herself for that show. Eric Heisserer was hired to develop a series based on the novels written by Lee Berdugo. Set in the fictional kingdom of Ravka, its story revolves around an orphan girl. Alina Starkov, a map maker, who also happens to be the protagonist of this series. The narrative of this show is typical of Chosen One, who bears all hopes and expectations of other characters. The kingdom of Ravka is facing a major threat that can eliminate humanity from the face of the earth.
I never needed you.
And this threat is dangerous and grusty creatures which are known as Volcra. These man-eating creatures are inhabited to a dark strip called Shadowfold, and this is the place of forever darkness. This is the general setup of this series in which the whole story takes place, and now let's cut the chase and focus on protagonist.
My shit!
In a battle, Alina discovers her power and came to know that she belongs to Grisha, a group of humans with superpowers. When she's set on a voyage with her comrades through the fold, they are attacked by Volcra and Alina wipes them all with her superpower, which is emitting powerful sun rays. After this incident, Alina becomes a vital key to win the war against the darkness because of her unique powers. But as the story progresses, it becomes clear that not everything is as simple as it appears. The two-faced people around her, with selfish motives, reveal themselves as the story continues. Eventually, Alina learned that only magic is not enough to win this war, and she must defeat her enemies within the country as well as across the country.
You stay in the dark.
Upon its release, many people speculated that at last a worthy show has arrived to fill the void left by Game of Thrones. Nonetheless, despite having the same themes and idea, this series lacks a lot of things. First of all, the absence of emotional adherence to any character is not a good sign, and it is one of the biggest mistakes in this show.
When I'm strong enough, we'll come back. Together.
It is necessary to have this element, so that the audience feels every emotion from which the main character is going through. The reason for the lack of this element is the fast pace of its story.
Lift up your sleeve.
Many of you don't understand this concept, but if you see this show, you may have some idea about it. When any film or drama series has a fast pace, it creates problems like incoherence in the story, less character development, and complexities of the script. But for its good side, the high graphical scenes and amazing production set lives up to the expectation of the high fantasy fan base. A sensible action sequence and a light tone of humor are good enough to entertain you.
Sharpshooter!
If this season had more than 8 episodes, then it would have been at a totally different level. But what we can say now, it's already happened. Jessie Maylie is featured in a titled role of Elena Starko, and she did a great job in her character. Ben Barnes, Freddie Carter, and Archie Lennox are in supporting roles with some other actors. So our verdict is, you can watch this show to kill your boredom. But if you're expecting some A-grade stuff like The Witcher, then sorry, because you will be disappointed with such hopes. Other than this, it's good stuff to watch on Sundays. Well guys, that was our analysis. We hope it did some good to you in making your choice. Otherwise, it's up to you to either you watch it or not. In any case, subscribe to our channel Cine Wizard and hit bell icon to stay updated.